All right, joining me now for another edition of Coach's Corner is head coach of the NAHL Knights, and that's Tom Kowal. And Coach, you guys fresh back from Blaine, and you come away with a 3-1 record at the tournament. Now you're 5-1 on the season. You guys finished it in a kind of an exciting manner. The last two games, two big comebacks, wins. What kind of momentum do you feel this team has now with a little time off before you get back into action in the division?
Well, anytime you're winning, Tim, you don't want the time off. It's like, when bad scheduling on my part, I guess. But at the end of the day, you know what? Hey, we our first 6 games coming out 5-1, the best record we've had in 3 years in the North American Hockey League. And what we believe is in a great East Division right now. But what's even better as a staff, we thought about. We've won games when we got ahead. We've won games when we came behind. We've won games in shootouts. We've won games in overtime. So, we're winning games all different ways, and not always the best way and the most less stressful way, but all in all, we're winning. And right now, I'm not complaining about how we win. We go into the game getting 2 points, and 5 out of 6 games we've achieved our goals. So right now, it's just keeping the boys motivated, getting our work done, realizing why we got a 5-1 record, and making sure that doesn't change when we get back into action in a couple weeks.
Now, we've talked about the goalies individually. We've talked about them since main camp as being pretty strong in net from what they've shown. But, I think that last game there in Blaine, when you had to make the switch late in the game and into overtime, Christian Stover comes off the bench cold and makes every save he has to make in that win. How much confidence and level of comfort do you have in that situation in net now moving forward, knowing that you have a guy, any given night, whether it be Dave Tomeo or Christian Stover, that can go out there and perform for you?
Going to your number one position, and don't get me wrong, our 5-1 record plays a major role in our 2 goalies right now. I know Christian has 3 of the wins, but Tomeo's been in there, and he set us up for an opportunity to win that game on Saturday. But Tomeo decided he wanted to get a few penalty minutes, and they prove a point, don't come around our crease. Our goalies are a little crazy sometimes, but all in all, for Christian Stover to come in completely cold after playing 2 full games, and coming in and acting like he's been playing 5 straight games. He gave us an opportunity to score an empty net goal and gave us an opportunity to win in a shootout. And, but right now, Tomeo and Stover are, in my opinion, are number one reason why we are 5-1. I know Kevin Lake played a game in New Jersey and won it, but right now we're going with Stover and Tomeo, and our goalies have been our number one reason why we're 5-1 right now.
Now, sticking with that defensive theme, your team is yet to allow more than 3 goals in a game, and a lot of those games and a lot of those wins you've allowed less than 2 or less. So, what do you like about your defensive group right now? You're along the blue line, and of course the forwards on the back check. But what else do you want to see improve?
Anytime you can give up less than 3 goals a game, you're going to win games. That's the old hockey cliche. But right now we've had a pretty good mix. We got our young guys that are stepping in, playing some major ice, taking up some major ice time, and mixing in with our veterans that came back. We picked up Luke Robinson, right before Blaine, to give us 7 defensemen right now, and obviously it's with our goalies and our defense, you can say what you want, but they're doing something right when you're winning 5-1 and giving up, averaging close to maybe 2 or less goals per game, and we've kind of changed our defensive zone. So these guys have adapted to what the staff has brought to them, the game plan we have, and right now, don't want to jinx ourselves, but if we keep playing good defense, we're going to keep winning hockey games.
Sure. Now, again, we mentioned it earlier, but you have a long layoff here before you guys play again next week in Philadelphia against the Rebels. But with roster changes coming up to cut down to a certain number, what do you want your guys to focus on in the practice and the time off that they have before they play again? Just in general, with all the different things going on with those numbers being cut down, as well as playing another division opponent in 2 weeks or in a week and change.
Well, at the end of the day, it's we don't hide it as a staff. Mm-hmm. Our roster has too many guys on it right now. So I told the guys beginning of practice today, it's you got to come to work every day, because the opportunity may not be here tomorrow if you don't work today. And our guys have worked hard. they've actually made it real tough on our staff right now, and our recruiting staff, to figure out our 23 guys that we're going to put on a roster. So at the end of the day, our motto right now is just today's, work hard today and worry about tomorrow. But right now we competed very hard today, and guys don't want to go. Guys want to compete. Guys want to play here, and that's a good feeling as a staff when you got players competing for jobs, but more importantly, pushing each other to develop and make our team better every day.
And last question here for you. We already mentioned two guys that you got back in Blaine and Stover and Robinson, but then Justin Engelkis comes back as well, plays a huge role in that Minnesota Wilderness win. He sets up Kidney on one goal, and then he scores the game winner. What kind of player is he showing you, your second-round draft pick, in the brief time that you've seen out there?
I think he proved why he's our second-round draft pick. It's the kid's committed to Miami of Ohio. He was our second-round draft pick. He came in and ultimately took over the game against the Wilderness and gave us that opportunity. And it's between Stover and Net and Engelkis. Those are the star one and star two of the game. And I wish Justin would have been with us all the whole time. But ultimately, whenever you get a kid that is just a step away from playing in the USHL, it's something that our staff goes after. Obviously, they're a great hockey player. They stuck around in the USHL long enough, but more importantly, now they're here, and he shows what kind of player and what he can do in a hockey game, and it pushes our guys too to step up to that level. And Justin really came in, played 2 games, and we're looking forward to him being in the lineup next week when we play Philadelphia.
All right, Coach. Well, we appreciate you giving us a few minutes here. We'll touch base with you again before the Philadelphia game, but until then, we'll send it off and wish you the best of luck.
Thank you very much, Tim.